What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I know that the news has been a little bit slow this week, but I've got some interesting YouTuber news. I've got some news on the new Battlefield game and some Hollywood news, a wide variety of interesting topics that I hope will keep you entertained throughout the day. And of course, up front, obviously, I don't care for Ethan Klein. A man that I used to look up to in the content community has become a bitter old man who holds grudges probably more like venomously than any person I've ever met in my life. And the H3 channel has been long dead. Now, of course, he's transitioned to the H3 podcast and a variety of shows, and that has been very financially beneficial to him. But I don't think one could argue that he had reached a pretty significant level of stale growth on his channel. Still happening, but at a much slower rate, which happens to really everyone. I mean, my channel isn't growing by 5,000 subs a day anymore like it was during the golden years. In fact, some days I don't even grow at all. So, you know, there is a point where channels reach a maturity level, but I don't think there's any denying that Ethan Klein bringing in Trisha Paytas entirely revitalized his career. Trisha Paytas, known for I have no idea what, but has a gigantic following on Twitter and Instagram, and you know, she has viewers and fans all around the world. And on top of that, her unpredictable, bombastic personality actually made for entertaining content. So the Frenemies show was pretty much the only interesting thing that H3 was putting out, and it would create hilarious clips and a lot of WTF moments, marketing, you know, in and of itself. But that all came to an end yesterday when Trisha Paytas, for the second time, quit the show. I don't really care about that, but what I do think is interesting is now all the leaked text messages that have since been deleted, but of course I have, because the internet is forever. This on Deserto H3's Ethan Klein slams unacceptable hate after Trisha Paytas quits Frenemies. Now, they had 40 episodes or so. In a recent episode of the podcast, the pair got into a disagreement regarding how they decide who to hire, Paytas arguing that they had no input following the criticism over production costs and new studio Ethan purchased for the H3 podcast. Klein claimed that they got generous cut of the show's profit, but Trisha wanted to be involved in larger business decisions. After Klein accused them of gaslighting, they asked to end the podcast. What is it with all these theys? Is that Trisha's preferred pronoun? It doesn't read right. In now deleted tweets, Ethan responded to the news revealing that he was upset, unaware that Trisha was about to quit, but that he was grateful for the beautiful experiment Frenemies was able to happen at all. You could see I reached out to Trisha an hour ago saying that I wasn't happy with how she handled this and how unfair it was. And instead of talking to me and handling it privately, she put out another 20-minute video that caused my crew to get so much hate, they are now privating their Instagrams. That seems odd to me. I guess I don't know if Trisha's fans are in fact blaming the staff. I haven't seen really anything like that on social media. I see most people actually blaming Trisha and hoping that the two will get back together, but you know, Ethan does lie a lot. So, I mean, there's that. He continues to say, while Trisha keeps complaining about money, every single cent I've ever made from Frenemies is tied up in Frenemies merch that doesn't come out for another month, of which she will still get 50% of the profits, paid for, designed, produced by us. And I am treating her unfairly. Okay, I'm starting to get upset about all this. Our crew is getting hate from Trisha's fans on their personal accounts, and I'm losing my cool. The crew has done nothing but support her and work like crazy every week, and the treatment they're getting is unacceptable. Look, I understand wanting to defend your staff. I don't necessarily believe that the crew is getting all sorts of heat, but maybe they were. You know, maybe they were. The on-camera people I don't care for very much. I don't know if that's who he's referring to. But again, I'm biased, so I've got to acknowledge that. Of course, then Ethan then deleted his tweet rant. And look, I've actually seen the business, you know, the contract that they had, or at least what they both publicly agreed were the stipulations. And I mean, she was compensated pretty well, getting 50% of the memberships from the channel for someone who only put out one episode a week, or maybe two in some cases. But then, hilariously today, Trisha Paytas went on a full-on meltdown after Ethan tweeted this, and then dropped some personal text messages, which are always a classy thing to do. Obviously, you're playing with fire with somebody like Trisha Paytas, who has her own stability issues. But you see here, she's dropping actual text messages saying, "I don't blame them. You trash them kind of badly. They work really hard." She writes, "Dude, let's just end this for real. Like, it's okay. It's better to not be a part of it. I don't vibe with them. I didn't ask them to be involved. They've all been nasty to me about downplaying it. Dan calling me an idiot before I came on H3. Here's this one. He literally said the crew didn't want to film." Here's Ethan saying, "Regarding tomorrow, I think let's take the time to cool off. The crew's kind of upset about how things played out, and I don't blame them. You trashed them kind of badly, and they work really hard on the show." This is a weird thing, unless there's something that happened off camera, which is entirely possible, although nobody's indicated that. I don't think she trashed the crew. I mean, I think she said she didn't like a particular segment, but again, there could have been something that happened off camera that we don't know about. Certainly. They have, and then here writing, at 6:41, he asked if I would still do the vlog. I wasn't going to leave them hanging. 3 hours later, the crew's upset and we cancel. So they were going to still do the vlog. You say, "I don't want to release private messages, but I'm not a liar. I have to prove that's what was said to me. I can't live in a false reality that really will send me into a spiral." And you see, obviously, all sorts of, private text messages. You can see this. "Do you want to do the rage room tomorrow? It's up to you. We already paid like $5,000 for it that we can't get back. I'm down, of course." She writes, "Okay, I'm cool. I'm down too. Ready for the rage, LOL." Then all of a sudden, "Regarding tomorrow, I think let's take the time to cool off. The crew's kind of upset about how things played out, and I don't blame them. You trashed them pretty badly." I don't know. He did offer to do the show. I don't know why the crew is so upset. I don't know exactly what the rage room is. Maybe it's like a panic room or something like that, and they were going to film in there. I don't know. What's that?
You like destroy stuff.
Oh, you destroy stuff. Okay, well then you destroy stuff in a rage room. Well, that would probably be good. I don't know. I don't think there's ever really a case where you want to delete where you want to, so you want to delete, leak personal text messages, unless it comes down to like a legitimate legal thing where you're, that in that case, I think I would be cool with it. You see Trisha saying, Dan's comment saying that they were ready to work the next day and Sam didn't even make the segment shows me that Ethan was being manipulative and creating lies between me and them. Obviously, I think, Ethan is a liar and a manipulative guy. I don't think anybody would argue with that. But, ultimately, I think all of the drama is just great, especially in a week where there's really no news. You can see Trisha saying, "I was never rude to the staff. I know nothing about what you pay them, and I don't care to know. It was never about them." And you can see Ethan saying, "Well, Trisha keeps complaining about money every single cent I ever made. We hit that up. I don't know. I don't. Again, if the rudeness happened off camera, that would be something. But obviously, on the clip, I didn't really see anything. Nothing that was like pointed outside of Trisha not wanting to do the particular segment. But ultimately, where's this here? There's some spicy stuff here. You see, you said their work is trash. I didn't, but if I'm being honest, it is. Sam, for example, made the entire questions advice segment and spent a lot of time going through questions. And she writes, "and didn't do proper research." And you were like, "This is horrible, stupid idea." Yeah, she did say that. That's I get that. I get wanting to stick up for your staff. Here's one that I thought was particularly spicy. You really posted a screenshot of you being anti-Semitic and aren't even going to acknowledge it. So she posted a screenshot of a conversation about the money with Ethan, where Ethan says, would you be okay with a 55-45 split? I think the other stuff might not add up to enough. Lol, K. How about 60-40, JK? I know it's lame, but I just was thinking about it a little bit more. And she wrote like, OMG, I was like so Jewy. I don't care, that's fine. I was just thinking I want to hook up the crew for a little more of the extra work. So, I mean, yeah, I to me, I don't know. It doesn't seem like Ethan was not paying her well. That said, I'm not going to shed any tears over this because I don't like Ethan Klein. I don't like what he's become. But I do think it's pretty hilarious that the show is completely imploding, that text messages are getting leaked, and that Ethan is trying to, I mean, you've got like Keemstar out here laughing, just laughing. I saw here, I think the last tweet he had, where was this? Oh, maybe not. Oh, he's been active on Twitter. This is last night, just laughing all about the H3 drama. So I don't know. I don't care. I couldn't care less. I mean, I want their show to continue so they can continue to support their family. I think that's a good thing. And if I'm being honest, I'd be willing to bet that there's nearly a 100% chance that she returns to the show because, quite frankly, there's just too much money involved. You just find a way once emotions calm down. I don't know. I don't like to speculate about what other YouTubers make, but we're not talking about a few $1,000 a week here. I think we're probably talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars a year that Trisha would just be walking away from. I just don't see that. For all of her mental health struggles, I don't think she's a bad businesswoman. After all, she gets people to pay for her OnlyFans, which still boggles my mind. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.